Vandy Vape is back with yet another killer device. It's their first RTA, and this is the Kylin. Holy freaking cannoli in my sight. I've been using this Kylin for 2 months. I tested out the first version, the second version, the third version, and then this final version. I'm gonna go ahead and state, I didn't give them ideas on what to design for. This is all Stefan's design. I just tested it and gave my input. That's it. This is a single coil or a dual coil RTA, by the way. It's a postless. It's got a postless deck. You're gonna see this in the close-ups, but the flavor I get off this is some of the best flavor, some of the most intense flavor I've gotten off a dual coil RTA. Single coil, it's still really good. I wouldn't say it's as good as dual. The dual is just intense, man. Right now, I'm running a dual fuse Clapton. She's reading at 0.2 ohms. I'm vaping her only at 45 watts, and I got the airflow about 3/4 of the way open on both sides. Before I vape on it, I do want to go over some more specs. Okay, she's 24 millimeter at the base, 26 millimeter in the middle. You can run this thing in 2 different modes. Right now, we're running in 2 mil modes. It's shorty mode, 2 mil mode, or you can run it in 6 mil mode. It comes with an extension, so you get an extra glass tube. It comes with 3 Delrin drip tips, just like the GoFad, so you can use your Goon drip tips. Right now, I'm using the Goon LP drip tip, and it fits perfect. You got easy top fill. Like I said, you can run in 2 mil mode or 6 mil mode. It's got easy adjustable juice flow control. You just grab a hold of the barrel and you just turn. Easy peasy, smooth sailing. I like to keep her wide open though. Same with the bottom airflow. You can adjust the bottom airflow too, and it clicks in 3 different places. So I'm digging the Kylin sitting on the Smock AL85 in shorty mode. Shorty mode is my speed, man. Now I can run in 6 mil mode. If you're out and about and you want more juice, you could do that. That's a good thing. But I just like shorty mode. I love the Kylin on one side, the Vandy Vape logo on the other. So 45 watts, 0.2 ohm, airflow 3/4 of the way open. Let her rip. The flavor, God almighty, the flavor. It's rocking. Rockstar status as far as flavor. The airflow, hear this. I mean, you get a buku of airflow, and that's only 3/4 of the way open. I'm gonna take her wide open. Taking the wattage up though, 60 watts. And surprisingly, when I blow out, it doesn't push juice out of the bottom. There's no leaking. I've had 0 leaking on this device. 0, 0, 0 leaking, not even condensation. Flavor is absolutely just top, like the best that I've gotten off of a dual coil RTA. Now it's intense. These big builds, like the big fuse Claptons, I had a big old alien. I had a big old staggered in here the other day, and it was just monstrous. Monstrous on the flavor, monstrous on the vapor. And like I said, the airflow wide open, it's almost deceptive. It looks like it would be nice and restrictive, but it's not. The slots aren't that big. You look at it and you're like, okay, looks like a good amount of airflow. And then you go to take a hit and it's like, whoa, that's actually a lot more than I thought. Now I'm gonna close her off, about halfway. Now the airflow gets a little bit loud, a little bit whistly when you close it off about halfway, but if I close it off more than that, nope, that whistle goes away. Whoa, that's hot. That's too hot for my taste. It's 60 watts for this build. Take her open. Yeah, about 3/4 away. If I were to have to compare this to something as far as the intense flavor, warm to hot flavor, just in your face, I would say this is like the Troll RTA, but better. It's more intense. The wicking off this, and I'm using an 80 VG juice in here, I've never had even close to a dry hit. Wet, wet, wet vape, no matter how I wick this thing. So you guys know the drill. First of all, I gotta stop gushing over this thing. And second, we're gonna dive down, show you this bad boy up close and personal, everything comes with them. We're gonna come back, talk about the cons. I found a few cons for this, and I'll let you know if I'd have lost this bad boy today, would I go out tomorrow and buy one.
So here it is, boys and girls, the packaging for this Kylin RTA. And inside the packaging, of course, you're going to receive your Kylin RTA. Comes with this extension for 6 mil mode. Comes with a glass tube for that 6 mil mode. An extra glass tube for 2 mil mode. You receive 2 extra Delrin Goon style drip tips. And last but not least, a baggie of extra goodies. You receive a Delrin 510 drip tip adapter, some extra O-rings, 2 sets of gold-plated hex screws, and an Allen key tool. So here she is, ladies and gentlemen, in all its glory, the Kylin RTA. Few specs for you. She's primarily made of stainless steel. Comes in 2 different color options, stainless steel or black. She's 24.5 millimeter in width, okay, from here up, 24.5 millimeter, and then from this section up, she turns to 26 millimeter, and then in length, in shorty mode, yeah, that's right, this is in shorty mode, she's 43.5 millimeter. Once again, here's the base of this device. If you look closely, you've got a protruding gold-plated 510 pin, and if you look even closer, you've got a protruding peak insulator, and that's to enable this thing to be used on a hybrid top cap device. Also, the threads, nice and smooth. Also at the base, it says Kylin up top. It's got Stefan Z's signature mark, and it says designed and manufactured by Vandy Vape. On the outside of the base, you've got dual bottom adjustable airflow. You grab a hold of this ring, and it clicks into place 3 times. You turn it, does stop in one direction, and it stops in the other. And nice clicks, guys. At the top of this device comes with a third Whitish bore Delrin Goon style drip tip. This is the medium sized drip tip. It's got a 10 millimeter bore, by the way, just like the other drip tips that come with this kit. But this is my speed, man. This is the one that looks the best, feels the best in my opinion for this RTA. All this is going to be subjective, but that's why they give you 3 drip tips. But this is not too short, it's not too tall, it's not too fat, it's not too skinny. That's what she said, I know. Pull this sucker out. It's got 0 O-rings, nice snuggy duggy fit. Again, a 10 millimeter bore. Inside the catch cup, it's got an embedded O-ring. Up top, it says Vandy Vape engraved, nice and clean. Just a snuggy duggy fit drip tip. And here's the fattest Goon style drip tip that comes with this kit. Again, 10 millimeter bore, just like the other drip tip, and here's what she looks like with it. Here's the skinny Goon style drip tip, and this is a little bit taller, a little bit skinnier. Again, 10 millimeter bore. And again, here's your standard 510 Delrin drip tip adapter that comes with this. You pop this sucker in there, and then you can use your favorite 510 drip tips. Another big pro to this device, and I did mention this in FaceTime already, but this is compatible with all your Goon drip tips, and this is a Goon LP Ultim drip tip. Fits perfect. And with this Kylin RTA, it does have top fill. You unscrew the top cap. Again, this is in shorty mode. Threads are nice and smooth. Okay, and then you fill her up in between the shaft section and the inside of the tank. Again, holds 2 mils of juice in shorty mode. And here's the inside of the top cap. Now, like I showed you before, it comes with a 6 mil extension, so you could take it from a 2 mil tank to a 6 mil tank with this extension. And that screws in just like so into the shaft/chamber section. Take your 6 mil glass tube, press fit it over the base section, screw on your top cap, and this becomes a 6 mil tank, boys and girls. And in 6 mil mode, this thing extends in length to 56 millimeter. Grab a hold of this piece right here, the chamber/shaft section, unscrews from the base. And here's the chamber/shaft section all by its lonesome, and you got juice feed slots on each side. You've got Kylin on one side, and then you got the Vandy Vape logo on the other. And here's the inside, nice conical shape going on in there to enhance the flavor and the airflow. Smooth threads. And here's what you guys have been waiting for, the gold-plated postless deck section for your single coils and dual coils, baby. You gotta love it, man. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely freaking gorgeous. So you've got your airflow slots that hit underneath the coil, 2 big slots that hit underneath the coil, 2 giant slots that hit the sides of each coil or coils, and then, like I said, you can run this thing in single or dual coil. I prefer dual coils with this. I think this device shines, really shines in dual coil mode. You got your leads, okay? That's where your leads are. And then you've got your hex screws on the sides, and you screw those suckers in to tighten down your connections. Here's your wick ports right here on each side. Let me show you the build that I've been rocking and how I wicked it. So here's the dual 0.13 ohm build that I was vaping on in FaceTime, and look at it. It is just awesome. This is a dual alien build, and this is how I tuck my wicks in. Just like the Ferro Dripper tank. You just cut your leads about to right here and then tuck your wicks in, and I mean, you're good to go. Wicking is absolutely phenomenal on this device. So you got airflow hitting on the sides of each coil, and then you got the airflow down there like I just showed you before. Here, I'll show you this deck section right here. You got the airflow at the bottom hitting underneath each coil. Just brilliant. Dual coil mode for this is absolutely intense flavor. And just letting you know, with the wicks, you want to cover up those slots all the way. You don't want to stuff the cotton down in there, but you want it to be nice and snug. I call it fluffy snug. That's what it is. 2 mil mode, shorty mode. So I'm going to be screwing this section back on there, and it is the perfect amount of restrictedness. And I've closed off that juice flow control, but you can't open it up. We're going to close it off though, and we're going to fill it up. And this is really the only major con that I have for this device. Like I said, I wish it had like a 3-piece system or a barrier, because when I go to screw on the top cap, it's going to sandwich out the juice onto the tank. If I fill it up to the top, which I want as much juice as I can get in shorty mode and in 6 mil mode, but especially in shorty mode. See how it's sandwiched out? Sandwich out the juice. Juice is all over the tank now. I gotta wipe it off. So you wanna hold down the tank section and tighten it down. You don't want that juice flow control going anywhere. Wipe off the excess juice. Next step, close off the airflow all the way and then adjust the juice flow control. Open back up the airflow. Oh, look at that bubble. It's already starting to rise. Here we go. So I got a few cons for this thing. As you guys saw in the close-ups, the first one, I don't like the top fill. I'm just not a big fan of it. I wish it had that barrier in between the top cap and the tank section. Second con, the adjustable juice flow control, it is a little bit too loose. It needs to be a little bit tighter. Personally, I think the biggest con of this is the top fill, but that being really the only main con or major con for this, that's nothing. This thing, for the performance, holy shit, can it freaking chuck the flavor. Wow, wow, wowza. I mean, it is like on freaking just cloud 9 flavor, baby. This is as good, easily as good as most RDAs. I'm serious, man. This is probably the best flavor I've gotten off of an RTA. Hate to say it because I got my own RTA out now, but this, I mean, it's like, whoa. Price point I'm seeing online, 35 to 40 bucks, and for what you get for the build quality, steal. And that leads me to talk about the big question, the big answer of the day. Hey, Rip, if you lost this sucker today, would you go out tomorrow and buy one? And the answer is, yep, absolutely. Who doesn't want Cloud 9 flavor? So I hope you liked the video. If you found it entertaining, helpful, well then like the video down below. And if you want to see more of me, subscribe for more. This is Rip Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.